You usually like to watch an orphan with something silly inside. A young boy dragging the gang around, a magician's guy with a warm family atmosphere even enjoying the day when riding a motorbike, then this movie can still satisfy you. Introducing the Orion anime series, the story goes that 150 years ago, a horde of creatures named Demon God appeared to rule Japan, and there were humans who stood up against them. They are called martial artists. Returning to present-day, demons have alas become God worshipped by humans. Under them, miners became kings of all professions. School graduates solely to trans miners. On the contrary, the descendants of those who carry the name of the boxer are considered scum of society and have to become trash with their sword. This is Musashi with a big case and panties burst, so he the valedictorian in the meaning. However, unlike those who worship the devil god, since childhood, Musashi was forged by her best friend Dee's father for Buddha's word, teaching him that devil god is a purge of evil. Before Musashi graduated, invited Miss D to form a martial arts group to destroy demons, but Miss D knows that her friend is the number one miner in the village. Soon, he will become a chief doctor who does not want to ruin his life. So Miss D refuses Musashi leaves angrily. The next day, he discovered that the miner many people's dream is actually becoming a slave to the food for demons, with only one right to advance, directly become their food, breaking Operation Musashi rushed to attack, but because the weapon was confiscated, she did not eat again. Suddenly, Miss D jumped on a motorbike to fight Demon's head, giving Musashi PKs. Due to her training in swordmanship, the little demon were no match for the two. But now the demon would appear in the form of lion eating some food. It evolved into the Zensis arm. Demon from a swallow Miss D sword. Knowing the sword is soon of martial artist, Musashi jumped up and tried to break the demon's stomach. Seeing that Musashi was not strong enough, the devil god changed his name to Devil God, punching his stomach to destroy himself. Musashi won the sword for Miss D. The music popped up. A group of martial artists blew the whole citadel to appear to throw the demon god. This group came to rob Musashi, so they were not happy. But the captain told him what aid he had to kill the demon god because he had the ability to recover. Lost half of the episodes to show that Musashi, a young boy who is not afraid of death, has determination but not enough strength. The captain cuts off the horn to destroy the demon. All members of the delegation were able to absorb its power. And Musashi was only given a crystal to bring home business. Musashi discovered crystal like a compass, indicating his whereabouts. All the gods and demons, there are hundreds of them in Japan. Their task of fighter is to destroy or swap their power. So that's in the end a boxer with highest fighting power which become the mother of the world. Invite to play a vice decision and unify the country. Understand this is healthy competition. Musashi goes to dance with the captain and declare that he will be the one to become the mother of the world. The next day, Musashi and Miss D rode out of village to kill demons. Meeting a three-headed demon named Miss Me, she used ability tricks to beat Miss D, but it didn't work to Musashi because he was too stiff or not strong. Miss Me then has Miss D can run away. Musashi and Miss D chases after her. A castle met Miss Me again with different attitude from before. She smiled and took the two guys to visit. The castle is basically a miniature mobile town. with a mighty great land. The people in the city live together as a family and support each other to kill demons. However, Miss Me is a bit sad because her blood relatives are not here. They are all dead. So Musashi consoling herself. So is Miss D. The Orphans Association applied to sponsor this program. Playing with Pardon, the two boys were invited to a party by the captain of Poxodon. He showed us the two of them had a pretty good car, though they were skilled people, so he wanted to invite both of them to the union. But as soon as it was discovered that the two guys were just rock, they were panicked from management. The story is that in the game we open like people and then arrest people. And this boxer also capture people, so now they are shocked of people. Because the leader here wants to fight and profits from strong boxer to fight for him. With this momentum, the next battle may be Desmond boxer will also have to go to practice to make sandbag. Miss Me opposes it, but she don't have confidence to go against the captain. As though the next morning, a group of demons appear and rush towards the building. Miss Me will worry about the people who would die when she saw the other two young men escaping from prison. After brainstorming past, the three children invited others to come. At this time, the captain was calling on the people to decide to die for the fatherland, to die rather than give up the city. Me directly went to solo with him. Even though he was the one who taught Miss Me how to fight, he was still beaten on the head. Everyone evacuates while the demon horse destroyed the castle. After that incident, the captain went mad. The people advised Miss Me to leave the martial art group. But aside so many memory and love for the noodle shop at the top of the market, she sets out Miss Musashi group to find a purpose in life for myself. The trip was not very peaceful. Musashi liked to fly plane. Miss D was shy, and Miss Me was afraid of communicating with strangers. Somehow, Miss Tu thought she was not related, making them both at first quite awkward. But then everything was fine. As Musashi encountered an eccentric guy who liked to turn his hand with a full-fledged sword lineup. His word told us, in order to kill a demon, something called a demon ironclad was needed. The weapon focused from the view iron material only dropped. When the demons were defeated, the two quickly went to the market to box first to kick a pole of four and decided whether to name the group as Orphans, Traffic Light or not, but we all agreed to let Miss D be the leader of the group. Then the three of them led the way to the ocean. Demon Iron Blade is different from a normal ocean. This is played for the iron knife to check if the used quality to quite a sword. That says usually everyone gets over it easily. White is one of 5 colors that represent strength and souls, including blue, green, red, yellow, white. Only Musashi is different. He sides with black light. Legend has it that such people are colored black. Good or bad? It's bad, because he can use the Iron Sword Demon. Without the Iron Sword Demon can become a martial artist. At this moment, a hair of buffalo demons was sent by the demon god. I'm not an artist, but who drew this banana ammunition? Seeing other people holding a sword to kill the devil, Musashi can only wish the two step back so that other martial artists invite each other to fight the desperate demon god. Have you met eccentric and unexpected young man? Have you met the eccentric and unexpected young man? He a panel fighter, but he can still use the demon iron knife. After a phase of digging a hole through the center of the earth, he pushed Musashi down with a sword. At the same time, Umi curiously asked Miss D about Musashi's true identity. Miss D sighed and began to tell us. In a certain village, there were a very special family with a lineage of material artists. It was Miss D family and Musashi family were complete a peaceful state. Often, I don't think the average farmer has a plat hat and sunglasses. Back to the essentials, he told the disciple about what were inside Musashi's body, which were goddess Haktu, whom he was always looking for. Below, Musashi did not stop by sticking his words into the walls, but then a voice sought and pulled him down the dark lava. His figure reminds him of the old past. The Corvus epidemic passed and his parents died. As an orphan who hangs out with the martial arts relative who still adore him but treats Musashi like an animal, not a pet, but an animal that no one needs or notices him, like a dead man. Hakdio said that the fighter dream was just an excuse to dream for Musashi to be with his friend. That's why he couldn't use demon iron knife. She advised him to purify himself here forever. A poll of the boxer was stopped by the ancient young man who called him a sword hunter who absorbed his power by killing other fighters. With just one move, hundreds of corpses were lying around. He went to Miss D and informed her that Musashi had become a black fossil, but no one knew. Fortunately, that Musashi had not been completely fossilized yet. The disciple has accidentally picked him up, knowing that Miss D's group were in danger. He quickly ran to the rescue. To a little past after days of being mistreated by relatives, Musashi came to live with D, father and son. That was also the time when he began to dream of becoming a boxer, not depending on anyone else. At this time, Miss Yui was honest and told how to use demon iron knife. She was about to nod her head slightly to shock in alcohol when Musashi arrived at the place where demon iron knife was in her hand, even though he had never been. Admitting him in the disciple also demanded to kill Musashi and capture the dark goddess with the skill of creating seven swords at the same time. Her alarms were enough to make it difficult for all three of established Musashi groups. Strength even charged the disciple back. He personally stepped forward and slashed a line that reversed the world. You laughed your head me from the video before you lost your footing. The martial artist felt like spring rain on the summer day, and the G group died. Then the black and white stopped time and took over Musashi's body. I finally understood why this young man was allowed to wear earrings. Black Thunder attracted to the ancient iron black demon and reversed the world. She explained that the Greek is like a magnet that can control all iron sword and absorbs all the power of the iron black demon. Around Hakju launched a slug along the celestial body, blowing away the enemy. Then fell a slave in Musashi's body. After the incident, many boxers had to sacrifice their wives and husbands. Fathers who had lost children and the orphanage association have more new members to thank Musashi for saving lives. The boxer great opportunities let him try to fight it again. Of course, it was success this time. He even admired red light, the strongest color that all martial artists were looking for. After trying to fight it, Musashi went to talk to Michi about his father. He is someone who previously possessed darkness for himself and his past in the mystery. Before Miss D was always superficial with the case of the martial arts team, but now he has the goal to go to discover the father's identity. Here's the ending, but the studio said that your father has too much money. There's still going to be a season 2, so making the episode look dangerous. The Musashi group carried their pack back and lost their way, accidentally saving the female boss from a demon. With just a smile, she pulled Musashi woman text back to the normal, no longer liking old ladies. Big Bird Fatu more surprised when the other female boxer in the princess, who owns an anti-material art team, she lets them all hitch all up here because the driver was stupid enough to knock both the princess and Musashi down the cliff to take the demon awareness to fly. The two started chatting, learning about each other. The scenes is poetic, lyrical, and even the scenes of Chian demon destroying a citadel. The princess says it will be the first demon good to appear after 150 years of scoping of mineral from the grow and eating mist house. Inside already taking up half an area of Japan. People call it black demon good. If it stays like that, Japan will be completely swallowed up by it. Therefore, a member of 5 grades general, one of the 5 closest to the Mortarhof, forms an alliance of martial arts group to gradually fight away to destroy the black demon good. Miss D discovered that the name of the other 5 grades general were written on her father's note. Show the connection. The cool group took it order to have a look, and that's where the end of the trailer of this movie. Season 2 will air in Chile. Goodbye and see you in the following video.